What's up, guys? Nightingale here, bringing you a basic Hell Demon guide. I want to go over and kind of give you a generic overview of the Hell Demon so that I don't have to explain this in every video. The videos that are to come from this are to be team guides and how to use the teams in the demons versus the mechanics of the demon. So today we're going to start with Red Hell Demon. Red Hell Demon is the same as Extreme, but the only thing is you have to bring type advantage characters, so blue units. You're still guaranteed red demon horns. The party leader or the host is guaranteed 1 alluring perfume, and then you have an 8% chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
You can get the alluring perfume from a gold box. Silver box is you can get a UR chest or an awakening stone. You prefer the awakening stone over the UR chest. And bronze, you're still guaranteed red demon horns. One thing to note is none of the foods work on perfumes or any of the other drops, only the demon material. We have an event going on, so just ignore this tab. Bon is the strong recommended unit for this. He takes 30% damage. He takes 30% less damage from this boss, which is cool, but it's not very necessary. So let's basically go over the stats. So it's a recommended combat class for Hell Demons of 300,000. For newer players, this is going to be a little hard to achieve, but as long as you have a friend that's been playing for a while, all you need roughly is 120,000 CC, which is pretty low bar, and your friend can probably make up the rest to get you 300,000. Advantageous races are humans, so Slater, Arthur, Bon are advantageous characters. Disadvantage race, fairies. Sorry, fairy gang. But you can still use king here. It is possible, but we're not going to get into that. Recommended skills is to bring stance cancels, which is awesome, and charge ultimates or charge skills. I recommend the stance cancel over bringing charge. Stance cancel is a little bit easier to get, and the Valentine unit, Jenna can have it. Arthur can cancel the stance. Slater can cancel stance. Bond can cancel stance. There's a bunch of cancel stances. I mean, you can even go on with SR Aaron. There's a bunch. So let's just say cancel stances covered. So we're gonna quickly go over the phases or the hearts. So heart number 1. This is the easiest heart of them all. Slater will do a great deal of damage here because it does not have an ultimate gauge, so he will consistently crit 300%. So if you have a blue Slater on your team, this heart is going to go by extremely fast. A couple things to note really quick are 2 of the passives that I think are really neat. One is the increased damage from charged skills with charge by 50%, pretty cool. And the fact that it's also got the passive written in for the damage from humans by 30%. So I just thought that was pretty unique that they actually wrote it in as passives and it's not just underlying data. So first heart, very easy to go by turn. So the second turn, he's gonna assume a stance. His defenses are gonna go up, and he's gonna take 30% less damage. So it's kind of annoying, but you just cancel the stance and move on. Heart 2. Typically here, we try to use Jenna's ult with my party, on Heart 2, so I'm trying to rush Jenna's ult turn 1, so that by the second turn on Heart 2, I can use Jenna's ult, and we can mostly finish this off in one full rotation, so 2 turns. Very easy. Nothing really changes here. And then Heart 3 is just a quick DPS race. There's no real mechanic here that you need to worry about. It's still the same as Heart 2 and 1. The difference is we're going to basically use Slater's ult first. He's going to go in, overpower. That's always a great strategy because he's got a 300% chance to crit. And then we're going to use Arthur's ult, and it's probably dead. It happens. If we don't happen to have ults because of just card RNG, I've used Jenna's ult here on the second turn to hit him with a stance, and then cancel, and he's dead. So there's been many variations, and you can see him on stream. But yeah, very easy demon, a lot of fun to do, and I really enjoy the red Hell Demon. Alright guys, now we're gonna talk about Grey Demon. Grey Demon is probably the most annoying one of the 3 demons to do, just because of some of his mechanics and how he functions, and also the character limit that you really have to use here. So let's just talk about him really quickly. You still get Grey Demon wings. The party leader still gets Splendid Fabric. You have a chance to get a gold box and get a Splendid Fabric. Silver box is still the same. Bronze box, you're still getting the wings. Yes, you have an event going on. Please ignore this. King is still the strong unit, except he's not, and we'll talk about that really quickly at the end. Recommended combat class is 300,000. So you roughly need 120, 130,000 if your friend's carrying you that's been playing for a while. Advantageous races. Fairy. No. No. I don't know what they're smoking, but that's not really an accurate statement. And disadvantage races is Giants. Recommended skills, cancel buffs, and shatter. We don't really use either one of those, and we can do the demons just fine. Alright, phase 1. First thing to note, doesn't have a shield, but the thing to note is he does, the battle state changes every 3 turns. He will land on the ground, and will allow you to attack him with melee attacks. But basically, you're alt rushing anyway, so it is alts, and you're trying to kill him technically by like turn 2, 3 if you're just struggling because he rolled back a Jericho alt. The next thing to note is just other than the stat increases, turn 2, he's going to have a shield. You will need to get through the shield. This is the one that stalls out a little bit because if for some reason you just start doing just like brute force trying to go through it, you're probably going to need 2 full ultimate rotations to get the Grey Demon down. His ultimate is kind of, it seems scarier in the game than it is on paper. It inflicts damage equal to 240% of attack to all enemies, and it infects for 2 turns. Not a big deal. Merlin's cube typically will eat the damage between that for when the damage ticks on that. But the big things to note here is you're just going to have to alt rush. While he's in the air, you're not going to be able to do damage unless it's a ranged attack. Chances are your bronze cards are getting patienced. Occasionally we can hit with a bronze card. But yeah, just alt rush as best as you can. And I said I'd talk about it at the end. Even though they say King is a recommended unit, King does not do what King was doing on Extreme. So if you're used to playing with King in Extreme, please wait and see the King videos that we do later on, showing that King is kind of fallen from where he used to be. Alrighty, last but not least, the Crimson Hell Demon, or also known as Howlex. Howlex is probably the most dangerous of the 3 demons, just for simply because, 1, you cannot auto it effectively. It can be done, but not with a super high success rate. At least not till we get Super Awakenings. So, as like all the demons, you're guaranteed Howlex ears here. The party leader is guaranteed 1 brilliant component, an 8% chance at another. The silver box is still the disappointment of the group, and you have bronze is guaranteeing you Howlex materials. Again, as I will say one last time, the food does not help this at all. Only the Valentine's unit will give you a guaranteed 1 more for your costume, and then you go to the chance. Again, we've got an event. Meliodas is the strong unit here. But the only Meliodas you can really bring here is the Red Demon Meliodas, and we show it off, but you can bring Lost Vein, but I don't recommend it. If it's all you've got, obviously. Okay, so once again, 300,000 combat class, roughly you need 120 to 130,000 if you're newer, but most of us are hitting around 320, 330 combined CC here. Advantageous races, demons, praise the Lord, Derriere is the advantage here. Disadvantage races, goddess, go figure. Weak point and infect. So weak point is basically debuff skills, so the more debuffs on it, those attacks will do more damage. So the big thing to go through here is it's not necessarily more about mechanics, it's more about understanding your card draw and RNG. And phase 1 is probably the one where you're most likely to lose a unit instantly. If his RNG focuses one character, they will die in the first turn. It happens once every like 40-50 demons to us. We had it happen, I think, once or twice during recording videos, where we would lose a character just outright in the beginning, or if not the literal second turn, because he just decides to focus you. And it's okay. It happens. But basically here, Gother is a required unit for both parties. Do not try to do it with one Gother. If you end up losing your Gother, it can still be managed through one, but it's recommended that both teams bring Gother no matter what. So either team needs to have Gother. Great news is, free to play players, brand new players that are rolling accounts, you get Gother for free after 30 days. It is great. A 1/6, you are Gother. It will take it. You don't need to have a 6/6. You don't need to have, some astonishing CC'd Gother. Just bring a Gother, hit the rank up, and we're happy. Know when to use your Gother card. Part 2 is goes by pretty quick. This can be done typically with one of the Derriere alts if you can rush one. This goes down very, very quickly. And same with phase 3, Heart 3. You typically insta-buff and pop him and he's dead in one turn. The scariest of the 3 is turn 3, because he does have like an enrage mode and he does hit like a truck. So if you haven't lost a unit, this is probably where you'll lose one if you do not have ults ready. So be careful of the brand, which is right here. This is very annoying. This is very sad, Panda, when you get branded. I believe it is no, it's only in phase 3 he can brand. Great. So phase 3, he will brand somebody randomly, and it's annoying. It can't be stopped. So you just hope it's Gother. Let's just say you just hope it's Gother. Arthur, it's fine if he brands him, but if you bring an Escanor, it's game over. If you bring Derriere, hopefully the other Derriere is still buffed up, and if you're the buff Derriere, you're probably gonna have to quickly try to rush or chip him down very, very quickly. So yeah, the big thing is the demons are relatively easy to do, and you just got to be smart about what you're doing with your units. So that's where the rest of the videos are going to come in for you guys. They are character team walkthroughs, not necessarily how to do Crimson or how to do Gray or how to do Reds. It's here's the teams and how to use them. So thank you guys for watching this basic Hell Demon guide. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments below, and you guys have a wonderful day.